We're live right now.
We are live right now. Just gonna let it load for a little bit. Bring it up on my phone. First, Swall, what's happening? Let's start posting it on medias.
What's going on, Squall?
We will be with y'all shortly. Blake is not here yet. Oh, Blake is here. Blake, you there? Well, mic check. Yeah, you're
Mic
muted.
check.
You're muted. Yeah. All right, we're live. You good, Blake?
Yes, sir. What's going on, guys?
Go for it. I'll let you do the intro this time.
All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Talkin Beyond. This is episode 3. We're going to be talking about Morbius and Wahlberg. Today's Wahlberg episode is going to be on TED, and we're going to do a quick review, very quick, about Morbius. Yeah. So, Jonathan, what was your thoughts on Morbius?
Well, I'm really looking forward to talking about Ted. So,
Yeah.
all right. So, guys, if you haven't seen it already, Morbius, just came out on what, Friday that just passed. Now, Blake, I don't know about you, but I'm not feeling 22. I have no idea what they were doing with this movie, man. Like, the trailer was one thing, and I feel like because No Way Home had the impact it did, they're like, "Oh, we gotta change everything," and I'm like, "But what did you do?" Like, I honestly, this felt like watching Eternals. You know what I did this morning? I tried to watch Eternals. You know how far I got into it? About 10 minutes.
How far?
About 10 minutes.
Dude, okay, no. This Eternals is about 50 times better than this. And I was not the biggest fan of Eternals. I'm literally not that big of a fan of Eternals. Like, it was okay. Like, I think visually it's one of the best Marvel movies, but like story wise and stuff, like I really didn't dig the story of Eternals. But Morbius, in every single aspect, was just a complete failure.
Yeah.
Every like narrative, acting, just writing, visuals, everything was bad. And there's really not one bright spot in this movie where I'm like, I can pick something out that was good. Literally everything failed.
Yeah, and there was a lot of storylines that were, you could clearly see, like, were cut. Like, and I don't, honestly, I'm not trying to get into spoilers, but everything in this film felt shoehorned in, and that none of it had purpose. Like, none of it had purpose at all. And
no, every scene just like was its separated scene, and no scene flowed together well. It was just, now this is happening, and then this is going to happen, and then now this is happening. It's not like one continuous narrative. There's a random, like, really dark scene, like action scene, and the next scene will be like the villain dancing. Like, it just it makes no sense at all.
Man.
And there's okay, honestly, I feel like we can talk about spoilers because who gives a shit?
All right, all right.
You know, like,
spoiler alert for everyone, all the 10ish people that are watching. Spoiler alert.
The spoiler alert for the one person in the world that was looking forward to Morbius.
I mean, I kind of was. Oh wait, no, you know what? I was until we were on Twitter. You remember this? We're on Twitter, and all of a sudden, the director, I think it was Leo, was retweeting it. The director started just spoiling the movie. And I'm like,
that's how you know he literally knows it's not a good movie.
Yeah. And
he knows it's not a good movie when he's spoiling his own movie before it's released.
Yeah, I really okay, let's just start from the beginning. The intro of this movie. We're going full breakdown. Sorry guys. This movie starts off and Morbius is in what is it, like Central America or something?
It's in Costa Rica.
Okay, Costa Rica. And there he just drops down and the pilot's like, "We got to go soon. Can you pay me?" And homie's like, "I'll pay you if you give me that knife," and you got a deal. Gets the knife, cuts his hand open, and then does this whole thing where the bats start coming and then just cuts. Yeah, and then it cuts. And then later we literally have a Hans Zimmer. Wasn't it like confirmed that it actually was part of the score?
It's the same exact musical notes as Batman Begins.
Dude, like,
but anyways, my gosh, yeah. So he gets these bat powers technically from, or not necessarily that, but he injects the like serum he gets from those bats, right?
Yeah, you guys can honestly recommend the movie more. 100%. No, yeah. So what happened was they took a gland from the bat's throat that they extracted like the proteins and shit from it, and they made a serum to cure the I don't even remember what the disease was when they're on the crutches and shit. But essentially, this is just a rehatch of every good guy, bad guy ever, and the bad guy somehow is his best friend. Morbius has to go through a procedure to get injected with this. All of a sudden, not to mention Morbius gets arrested by I don't know how.
Okay, first of all, so they have to go out onto this boat to do this procedure or whatever because they have to for like human trials, so they don't get in trouble. They have to be like in international waters or whatever. So they go in international waters. Morbius injects himself, fucking kills everybody, kills everybody on the boat, and then jumps off. And then later on, Tyrese Gibson, the cop, is asking him, "Hey man, we found this boat washed up on the shore of Miami or wherever it was." That's not even in the movie. Like, they don't find the boat in the movie. They show a helicopter. No, at least I think
they show it.
They show a helicopter landing on it in the middle of the ocean, and then in the next scene, he's like, "Hey, we found this boat on the shore of Miami."
I'm like, what?
Doesn't make sense.
Not to mention why cast
so much stuff is cut out of it.
Yeah, all of Tyrese Gibson's scenes are cut out. Michael Keaton's scenes are cut out. They did all this extra, and you've seen the meme. Bro, I don't get it. Like, I don't even want to talk about this movie. Like, this is how bad it was. They had no direction. Every scene didn't make sense. There was no purpose behind it. The action scenes, you couldn't even tell what was going on. It literally looked like someone was playing Etch-a-Sketch with the fucking graphics.
At the end of the movie, I leaned over to Jonathan. I said, "I can't even tell what the hell's going on." Like, I really couldn't. It just looked like a bunch of like fucking shit getting mashed together. I had no idea what was happening.
Dude, like this is
and then
like
all of a
so
sudden
far
it just said Morbius and the movie ended. That was it.
And then his girlfriend has powers now, but the other dude don't. And when did the father figure get bit in the neck? And let's not to mention Morbius flew to the top of like a 12-story garage area, like at a police station or not at a hospital. And then
it was like probably 30 floors or something.
And then all of a sudden, enough. How did the cop get up there that fast?
Tyrese gets up 30 flights of stairs in a good 15 seconds.
I just don't get it, dude.
Wild.
It was so bad. And then not even to mention the end credit scene where, and what do you need to know about the movie? Bad. Worst part of the movie? End credit scene. All of a sudden, Michael Keaton's there as Vulture, somehow has Stark Tech, and then is like, "Hey guys, guess what? I think I'm here because of Spider-Man. We should team
You
up.
know, it's shitty ass voiceover over bad CGI. He goes,
Yep.
"I think I'm here because of Spider-Man." I mean, it's the dumbest thing. And then for what reason? Why would Morbius agree to that? There's no like lead up to that at all. There's no reason why Morbius would want to fight Spider-Man. At the end of the movie, he's like, "Oh, I'm a killer, but I don't want to be killing." You know what I mean? I have to prevent myself from killing people. And then all of a sudden, he's like, "You know, I'm gonna go fucking kill Spider-Man." Like, makes no sense.
Yeah,
No sense.
it was yeah. Well, okay. Well, now that that's out of the way, Morbius is a movie that you should not waste your money on. Please don't.
It is a movie that has a director and a writer, but it does not feel like it.
Okay.
Anyways,
That okay, so well, there was some good Marvel that came out, this in the last week. Moon Knight's out
yeah,
already. You'll get our reviews pretty soon, but let's just talk about Moon Knight real quick to kind of get the bad taste of Morbius out of our mouths. What do you
like
think
a
about
like a quick 30-second thought, like
yeah,
something quick.
me?
Um,
I like the show a lot. The CG could be a little bit better. However, I'm really digging it because I'm a huge Mr. Robot fan and I love the Mummy film. So it's like a combination of both, and I think it's really cool.
yeah, low key, it kind of does feel like a mummy movie. And I really like Oscar Isaac's like portrayal as well, there's like three different people. Mark, what's the other guy's
Oh, Ethan
name?
Hawke.
Steven? Steven.
Yeah. Oh, Stephen and Mark.
Is his
Yeah,
first
yeah,
name. And then yeah, he plays like the different personalities, and then Ethan
yeah,
Hawke's pretty cool so far too.
yeah. But we'll
But it's pretty
do.
good.
Yeah.
I like it. 2 episodes in, I don't know if I love it just yet. I really like it. I think it's good, but
Show,
I think it's still missing something so far. But we're only on episode 2, so we'll see how it goes from here. But I'm really enjoying it so far.
okay, so now back to what everyone's here for. Wahlberg Wednesday. We are missing one of the trio, but he will be with us soon. Leo, we love you. But today we're going to talk about Ted. So one of our favorite actors of all time, Mark Wahlberg. Don't talk to him about any other race. Ted, one of the greatest live action stuff that I've seen because of the fact it just felt like Family Guy live action. Like what was the scene that you're telling me about? There's the cutaway scene.
So the scene that like really clicks for me that this is like a Seth MacFarlane like movie is when they're having dinner and it cuts away to like them dancing and he's like fucking doing like the Saturday Night Fever stuff. He's like throwing off his coat and like they're doing like the weird like how they first met. They're I forgot their names. Um, Lori and I don't know. Anyways, but it really does feel like live action Family Guy with all the different cutaways, and then you have obviously a talking teddy bear. Um, I don't know. I enjoy Ted a lot overall. I think it's one of my favorite Mark Wahlberg movies. Probably like top 5, top 10.
What's the other four?
Um, I mean, we got to get more into it. Boogie Nights is really good.
Yeah.
Um,
The
I
Happening.
don't know. There's a lot
10
of
out of 10.
oh yeah, The Happening's number one.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Instant Family is a low key banger. If you've never seen that movie, it's like a family movie, but it's hella good.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I mean, there's Lone Survivor is a good war movie.
Yeah. But yeah,
Mark
no.
Wahlberg has quite a few movies that are bad, but quite a few that are good as well.
Yeah, I mean and that's what you'll get with Marky Mark. But yeah, no, something I really liked about Ted though was the fact that like one, Seth MacFarlane voiced Ted essentially as Peter Griffin. So that's what made it
It's the same voice.
no, 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 but he voiced him as Peter instead of like
I know.
other
I'm just,
characters, yeah. Um but what's really funny is that like we finally get like these live action and like all the major cameos that the actors actually voice themselves on in the show, like Liam Neeson, Ryan Reynolds, like you get all those in here, and it's really really cool. Now the interview scene is still like hands down one of the funniest like interactions I've ever seen on camera. And he's like, "What's that smell?" And PG on here this one, but yeah, the interaction they have and the fact that it's at the end of the day, it's like Ted is almost like Brian, from Family Guy,
yeah.
and you see how they just interact with him as if he's a normal person, which I think is hilarious. Until the one point there they don't, where they're at the expo and the dude's like obsessed with him. And you said his name is Donnie, right?
Yeah, the creepy villain guy is named Donnie, which is obviously a reference to Donnie Wahlberger.
Too bad there's not a Polly. Is there a Polly?
There's not a Polly. I was really hoping his son was named Polly, but his
Yeah.
name is Robert or Richard or something like that.
Now
But
the
I don't know. I
have
like
you
that Donnie
yeah
callback.
yeah have you seen part two?
Yeah, I have. It's definitely not as good
Yeah.
as the first one. It goes on for way too long. Ted 2, I think, is like 30 minutes longer than it needed to be. I don't know. But the first one is it's a solid movie. It's a movie that makes me like I've probably seen that movie like 10 times, something like that, and I laugh every time I watch it.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's always gonna be yeah. The second one didn't capture the same magic, but like the first one was like pure live action Family Guy, and it's really hard not to love that movie.
Yeah.
Now for the next one that we might watch, what do you have in mind?
Um, dude, there's so many.
Well, anyone
Honestly,
in
I'm gonna have to
chat, yeah,
think about it.
someone in chat suggest a Mark Wahlberg movie we watch next. We'll go a little more in depth with it. Ted is just kind of so outrageous. Where like it's hard to just like pinpoint certain things because like they're having the Flash thing, the expo. Like there's just so much stuff going on that it's just honestly it just felt like a Family Guy episode. It's super enjoyable. Most people have seen it. Mark Wahlberg does look old as hell in it for some reason, but um, yeah. So we'll figure out what movie we're watching next. What else happened over the last week? Anything else you've seen
Um,
lately? The other guys? Okay, we'll do the other guys next.
oh, the other guys is a good one.
That's a good
Yeah.
yeah. That's one we'll do next. We'll go straight
Yeah.
depth in that one.
Other guys is a good one.
Yeah.
Um,
If it's for the X-rated chat, yeah, it's a little. That's wild. Um,
um,
Morbius trash. Moon Knight's been fun.
yeah, so I
Um,
mean the Multiverse of Madness tickets went on sale. We got them.
yep. Do you see the new trailer?
Looking forward to that. I actually didn't watch it. I'm kind of savoring the flavor a little
Ooh,
bit.
okay. Okay.
Um, I mean, I'm already sold on the movie. You know what I mean? Like I already know I want to watch it.
Yeah.
And I feel like the last trailer almost showed a little bit of too much. So
Well,
I'm kind of
yeah, we
worried.
got spoiled of several different variants, and we got spoiled for certain cameos, and
Yeah. So I'm kind of worried. I
yeah,
want to save some surprises for the theater,
yeah,
obviously.
yeah, of course.
But
The fighter, I really do like the fighter.
The
Like the
Fighter
fighter.
is a legit great movie. That's one that would be in my top 5 for sure.
Also, real life Mickey guy is an asshole. Like his choice of knockout is bursting someone's kidneys. Like, dude, come on.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah. Um. Now, we're in a video game world. Um, have you seen that? You've seen that trailer for that new one, right? By the what was it what was it called?
Dark
Corey. The
Pictures.
Corey. Yeah, Dark Pictures. The Corey.
Yeah, the Corey looks sick, dude. Isn't David Arquette in it from Scream?
Yes, they made him look real good. He
Um,
looks young.
they they show like they came out with like a first 20 minutes of gameplay. I think I watched some of it. I didn't watch all of it, but it reminds me a lot of obviously Until Dawn. Like the other Dark Pictures games, they did like a little bit of a different camera than Until Dawn.
Yeah, yeah.
And now it looks like they went back. So they have like the really like wide shots, like where you're controlling it from far away, like everything's shot like a
Yeah.
movie, which I appreciated a lot in the movie. I mean, in the game. But I'm looking forward to that, and I think we should probably do a like a little gameplay segment when that game comes out in June.
Yeah, yeah, we could do it. Guys, we'll probably be doing it live as well, where you guys can kind of choose with us about all our decisions. I've had a lot of fun playing Until Dawn. I actually think the one that's coming out, the Quarry, is actually made by the distributor of Until Dawn, whereas the Dark Picture games are actually just like the design team are on it.
Yeah.
So it'd be really cool to see how that one plays out. I really like the other ones. Um, so like that's gonna be really really fun to do because have you played the other ones as well? The Dark Picture ones other than Man of Medan or Madan?
The only one I played all the way through is Until Dawn. I played a little bit of Man of Medan, and I've seen some gameplay from what is it, Little Hope?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's the other one, right? Um, Little Hope seems really cool. I couldn't really get into Man of Medan too much, but I like loved Until Dawn. So I'm looking forward, especially if this one's going to be kind of going back towards that style of Until Dawn. Um, so I'm kind of hyped for that. Other video game news: Lego Star Wars
Hey,
Skywalker Saga, dude.
the complete Skywalker saga. Like
Yeah,
that's,
I
did you copy it?
yeah, I've been
Oh, you
playing it
have
the
it?
last couple of
Yeah?
days, and so I beat A New Hope, I think last night. And then once you beat A New Hope, like it gives you like not free reign between everything, but it opens up where you can either do Empire, Phantom Menace, or Force Awakens,
Oh, so so after you beat the first one, you can either do the part two or go to the other ones.
or go to the other
Yeah. So
trilogies.
you have to
Yeah,
start it from the first episode of that trilogy. That's cool.
yeah, but I'm having a lot of fun so far. They
Yeah.
they changed how like the combat and stuff works in it, so it's a little bit like I saw like a video on Twitter today comparing it to like a fighting game,
Really?
where
Oh,
you're
yeah,
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 so
because they had infinite combos in the air.
yeah, they have like
Yeah.
infinite combos, like jump attacks, like a bunch of crazy stuff for like a Lego game. Like they completely changed like the combat,
No,
and it's
it's either
pretty
part
cool.
4, part 1.
Okay.
Okay.
um, no, but yeah,
Reflex.
so I mean, you beat New Hope, and then it goes to Empire right after, and then instead of going to Empire right after, I went to
Oh, is it the start of any trilogy? Maybe you just started it from the other
honestly,
one.
I didn't check. I just went
Yeah.
straight into New Hope.
Well,
Um,
to kind of speaking on that, have you heard the news that they're trying to actually bring the Old Republic stuff now? Like actually live action? They're moving along into production with it?
I did not know that, but
Yeah.
that seems cool.
Well, in other Star Wars
Excited for
news
that.
too, Obi-Wan, still hyped for Obi-Wan.
Yeah, dude, I'm really hyped for Obi-Wan. So it did get delayed a little bit, so now it's May 27th. So it looks like me and you are gonna be pretty busy on that day because we got Obi-Wan and then also the premiere of Stranger Things
I
season 4 coming out that
know.
same day. So it's gonna be a little bit busy, but
Yeah.
we're gonna have a lot of content coming out for you guys
Yeah, summer of
that day.
content. Yep.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of stuff coming out, so we're gonna
Well,
be busy.
what are you most like happy looking forward to? Like what are you most excited for?
Um, in the near future, I'm looking forward to two things: Obi-Wan and Doctor Strange. Those are the two things I'm most hyped about for sure.
Yeah, and then also, guys, you have seen on our page recently, and we have been doing some interviews. We actually have landed
Oh
two
yeah.
more interviews. We have one scheduled for tomorrow, with Elizabeth Saunders, who plays Donna in From on FX. Also, the voice of a lot of our childhood memories as Mrs. Turtle on Franklin the Turtle. And then next week as well, we have another guest from the show. I will be announcing that one shortly after we have Donna's up. But stay tuned for that one. Now, if we could just talk a little bit about the show From. I do believe you are completely catched up now, right?
Yeah, so was it episode 9 or episode 8 that just aired?
So for us, it's actually episode 9. I did find out talking to actually just the Twitter page for From. Um, Cable is airing episode 8. So we do have a little bit of time
Oh,
to set it
okay.
up. Because so essentially, guys, what we're trying to do is for the season finale of From, we're actually going to be doing a live stream after it airs. And we're going to get a bunch of different cast members on the show to kind of talk about their time on the show live. Outside of the interviews that we're doing, right? We're really just going to go deeper into the show itself. Already have 3 confirmed people for that one. 4th is on the fence. We'll see, but I still have some time to get everyone on there. But yeah. So Blake, I finally got you to watch it, and when you started watching it, I think you said your parents just binged it all in one day too, right?
Yeah. So me and my lady, we watched it in a few days. My parents texted me, told me they watched it all in one day. So we're all pretty much caught up, just waiting for this season finale on what is it, Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday for Prime users. If you have the Epix app, you can watch episode 9, and then if you're just watching on cable, you got episode 8. So it's a very unorthodox release because you have 3 different tiers of how you can watch it. But if you're all caught up, season finale airs this Sunday. And then 2 weeks after that is when we're going to do our live stream. It's going to be called Talking from Beyond, a little play on Talking Dead, which usually airs after Walking Dead episodes. But we're going to do it for this show to kind of as our little pitch meeting to the network to see about maybe doing it when season 2 comes back. Now, this show is like nothing I've seen in a while. Like it's a really really fresh take on like the horror genre because like I wasn't expecting it to be that gory, right? And
Yeah.
obviously the writing at first I was like, but then as it literally as it goes on and evolves, like
Every episode.
yeah, it gets better every single episode, and it is a it's like a fast and a slow burn. It's crazy how they have different things. And actually, I changed my opinion about the dad. Um, so what I realized was it was kind of random when he goes 0 to 100, but like as a father myself, I did start realizing the only time he goes 0 to 100 on people is when it's involving his kids, and
His
when
kids, yeah.
and when you keep watching the show, if you haven't seen it yet, I won't spoil it, but you understand why he is so protective over his kids and why like a snap of the finger, like he's on someone that is after their kids, right? And it's heartbreaking when you find out why, but it makes me at least respect them a little bit more because at first I was like, what's their MO, man? They're kind of weird. But it's cool because you're seeing it from a specific scope, right? You're not really present throughout the show. You're learning it like through the family's eyes. It's just really really cool. Um, but
It is a really
yeah,
underrated show, honestly. It's not getting like, I mean, it's getting some traffic, obviously. Like there's some big people shouting it out, but it's not like a show like like where everybody's gonna be talking about it like Stranger Things or like Breaking Bad or something like that, where everybody talks about it. Like, but honestly, I feel like it should be one of those big shows that you're gonna be seeing everybody talk about. So maybe like it'll gain more traction or anything like that after the first season. People get some more
it
traction
hits
because
Netflix.
yeah, it definitely deserves it. Like I can see it going to like a bigger streaming service in the future and it blowing up,
Boyd's my favorite
which I
character. Yeah.
which I do. I hope it happens.
Well, I think it's gonna have a Squid Game effect. I think it's gonna hit Netflix. People are gonna see it, and they're gonna be like, "Where was this whole time?" And we've seen some shows like that happen because when you go to Showtime or you go to Epics or other networks, right? Like what's the other one? The fuck what the
Isn't that Showtime or Stars?
Stars. Yeah, Stars is the other one where you don't really see a bunch of it. What was that one? Power?
That's it's the spin-off of
Oh,
Power.
okay, so spin off of Power. Okay,
Yeah, I think so.
next on my watch list. Yeah, you gotta check out. You gotta check out From. It's a great show, and I can't wait till it hits Netflix. It's really gonna get the exposure it deserves, and then hopefully we can be the ones running that talk show after season 2 starts airing and stuff. Um, but as we close up, our Wednesday episode, we're gonna start doing a Monday, Wednesday, Fridays now. Just 30 minutes every single night. Sometimes we might go up to an hour, 45 maybe. But Blake, just going quickly through it. Morbius, last thoughts?
Um, Probably don't watch it. It's not a good movie. Probably a solid 2 out of 10. It is. It's not
Yeah,
a good
I gave it a 2 out of 5 Wahlburgers.
Yeah,
Um,
it is.
what about
It's not
Ted?
good. Ted, solid movie. It is funny. Um, Surprisingly good CGI for like 2010 for a little teddy bear. But it's good. A really, really quotable movie. A lot of quotes that you can just like spit out. Like, I don't know. It's a good movie.
Yep.
One of the better comedies, especially from Seth MacFarlane.
And From?
Very good. Very underrated. And you guys should watch it if you haven't already.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for today's episode. Tune back in on Friday between 9 and 9:30. We will be live. Wouldn't even Redbox it. Leo, you goddamn right. I would not Redbox that movie.
Absolutely not.
Honestly, if you haven't seen it, just wait till pitch meeting on Screen Rant does it. Wow, wow, wow. This movie's bad. Anyways, that's
Very
it.
bad.
Yeah, that's it for episode 3 of Talking Beyond. I'm Marlene.
and I'm like,